Hey guys, it's your girl Londyn, and today we are going to do another look with one of the Huda Beauty Wild palettes. So if you're interested in seeing another look from that collection, then go ahead and stick around because we're going to get right into it. Okay guys, so the Huda Beauty Wild palettes, we are going to do a look on the Tiger palette. So again, it kind of just reflects like this. Very cool, a little hard because of the light. These were very interesting palettes. I'm really liking the covers that she is doing for the palettes. This had 4 palettes in the collection. It had the Tiger palette, which was exclusive to her site, and the last time I checked, it was still exclusive to her site. She had the Chameleon palette, in which I have done a look on, the Python palette, and the Jaguar palette. The Jaguar palette was a cool toned palette. The Chameleon palette was a reddish color palette. The Jaguar palette was a green palette. And then we have the Tiger palette, or the Python palette, I'm sorry, was a green palette. And then we have the Tiger palette. I know a lot of people thought the Tiger palette was a little blah, and it also resembled the gold palette, some people said, and then one of her, I believe, nude palettes. So at some point I do want to do a comparison between this, the gold, and one of her nude palettes. I can't remember which nude palette it was, but I do, or one of the browns palettes, but I do have those palettes. I do want to kind of do some comparisons because just from looking at them, I can see some of the similarities, but also I think that when you actually do the swatches, they might not be as similar as first impression. So let's go ahead and let's get into this look. So this is what it looks like inside. I think that this is really pretty. I think that this is kind of that, I don't want to say super neutral, but kind of everyday palette. If you're looking to go to work, hop out the door, do something quick, fast, and hurry, but also have something that has a little bit of a punch, I think that this is kind of the palette for you. Just looking at it, it does seem that if you're deeper complected, that depending upon the undertones of these shades, there could be a bit of ash, so we'll have to go ahead and check that out when we're using it. But overall, I do like the coloring. If you look here in the center, it does look like this is a duochrome, and it does have the embossing kind of like an animal print, and it appears to be kind of a champagne pink kind of purpley shift to it. At the end, we will go through some swatches, so if you guys want to see that, make sure you stick around. But let's go ahead and let's get into the look, shall we? I have my brushes and I have my color switch. This is what I use to go ahead and wipe my brushes off and make sure that they are good to go, and that I can, oh my gosh guys, I'm so sorry I hit you. I have my mic so much closer to me today. I use it to wipe all my brushes off and make sure that I can use them without clearly having to wash them, because that would not be conducive while you're putting on your makeup. So let's go ahead and this looks like it might be a nice kind of fall palette too, because it's kind of warm. But let's go ahead and I want to use, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this kind of, honestly, it's like a, I want to say burgundy, kind of between a brown and brick red. So like a muted brick red. Let's go ahead and use that. The part that kind of does stink about these palettes is that Huda does not put the names on the palettes, nor does she put names on the back of the palette. So pretty much you just have to describe the color yourself, but it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to say, hey, this is the color Azure, this is the color Sunflower. That's not going to be it. And I actually was expecting this to be slightly, oh my gosh, okay, I've got to back you guys up with this microphone because I'm going to continue to hit it clearly the entire video if I don't. I was actually expecting this to be slightly deeper than it is. Not that that's a problem, but I had just anticipated, I think that my Chameleon palette may go up before this one. If it does, I'll link it down below or put it up in the cards. That one adds some pretty kicky and punchy shadows to it. So that's why I was expecting this one to be slightly more kicky than it is. But like I said, it's totally fine that it's not. I'll just go ahead and build it up a bit. But in comparison to the Chameleon palette definitely had some shockers in it that I was not exactly anticipating. But I just want to do kind of a simplistic type look today. Something that's really just no fuss, no muss. You guys know that I'm really into the no fuss, no muss kind of looks lately. So I don't want to do something too dramatical. But I do want it to kind of have a bit of a pop. So I really like that shade. And that was on the Wing Gloss number 16 brush. It was slightly fluffy brush. Now we're going to go in with something a little bit smaller. And this is the Wing Gloss number 4 brush. And we're going to... I think that we're gonna go ahead and let's buff out a bit of those edges with this orange color right here. Let's just see what will happen if we do that. Slight powder, but again, it is a powder palette, so that would be expected. This is blending really nicely. I did take this up pretty much to the brow bone to blend this out. So you can take it higher if you want to, or not higher if you want to, but I do have hooded lids, so as you guys know, I have to kind of like create my own crease, because the crease that I have just is not working out right now. So, like I said, I think that this is going to be a nice palette too for the fall season, depending upon how you choose to use it. Or even if you wanted to pair it with another palette, you could. I don't mind pairing eyeshadow palettes with other eyeshadow palettes, but I do prefer to be able to use my eyeshadows singularly and then have the option to have them work in combination with each other. But I don't want to have to use them in combination with each other in order to get the look that I want. So I do like that. I think it just softened it just a bit. And then we're going to take that same brush. We have wiped it off on our Via color switch. I swear to God, these brushes are starting to shed on me. I may have had them for years, but we're going to take this color right here, this kind of muted yellow. We're going to just dip into this lightly, and we're going to use it as a brow bone highlight because I'm not sure how yellow it's going to pull. So we're just going to go in very lightly and just kind of swipe it. So I can see that it didn't pull completely cream, but it did give, it's kind of like if you've ever been in a house that kind of had more of a 70s or 60s feel, and it has that paint on the wall that's not quite cream, not quite yellow, kind of like a manila folder. That's kind of what this reminds me of, like a manila folder color look. But so far I like it. Now I think what I was getting ready to say before was that I know the Huda Beauty palettes, people have had some issues in that they say the smaller palettes are not the same as her larger palettes, in that the quality is inconsistent with some of these smaller palettes, and they can be hit or miss depending upon the collection. I know that people, when I watch the videos, tend to like her nude collection, her nude obsessions. They say that's one of the best collections thus far. Like I said, I've used Tiger Today and Chameleon. I have found that the consistency with these is very nice. They blend beautifully, and I do enjoy them. So those are just my thoughts and opinions. Next, we're going to use this deep brown shade down here, and we're going to go into this in the corner, and we're going to use the number 6 brush from Wing Gloss. And we're just going to work this over and blend at the same time, because we want it to ground the corner, but we don't necessarily want it to be like smoky or anything. So we're doing swirls and brushes at the same time, because we want it to widen and go up, but not necessarily be too deep. Just be like a light grounding, almost like a coffee ground. You know, something kind of light in here, but still coming over. So sometimes I like to do more of a very structured outer corner, and sometimes I like to do like this, where it's more of a, I don't want to say a wash of color, but more so of a, it's there, it's grounding, but it's not necessarily super structured. Kind of like a messy bun. Messy bun can be either really structured, and you can tell that it was a messy bun that had to try to be a messy bun, or it can look like a messy bun that literally was just tossed up and looks like it's perfection, but at the same time, looks like a messy bun. And I really do like that. This is very nice. This again is reminding me of the Colourpop, the Big Poppy palette, and the, oh gosh, is it called the Sunflower palette? Sunny's palette? the one that was the companion to the Big Poppy palette. This is reminding me of the Big Poppy palette and that palette together. Really, really like it. So since we're here, I think we're going to go ahead and work the lash line. So we're just going to use this random brush that I have here. I think that in the lower lash line, what we're going to do is we're going to take this orange shade that we had used earlier, and we're going to put that kind of closer to the lash line, just to kind of give it warmth, but also ground it a little. And these shades can be a little harsh on me sometimes. They can definitely make you look, I call it like lab rat syndrome. You can definitely look a little bit like, huh, okay, late night, lab rat, what happens? Sometimes they can definitely play off my eyes, especially because I have dry eyes. So if I have any redness in my eyes at all, definitely yellows, oranges, and reds and pinks do not play well with the under eye if I have that going on with my eyes. So I really like that. And in fact, I think I'm going to put just a little bit more. Make it be just a little bit more prominent here at the bottom, because I'm really loving and enjoying this look. So tell me, how is your fall going thus far? Do you have any plans? Are you doing any apple picking, pumpkin picking, anything like that? Do you have any kind of decorations you're doing around the house? I was going to get a wreath for my front door. I kind of wanted to get one of those orangey, yellowy, sunflowery type wreaths. But to be quite honest with you, wreaths are pretty expensive. I was looking on Target. I think the lowest one I found was like $28, and then they pretty much go like $45, $50, $80. I was like, oh my gosh. My sister has a wreath for basically every season. I didn't realize she was doing it like that. Like, I don't know if I'm that big into decor on the outside of my door to want to really give it my all with the wreath collection, but I don't know. I may give it a try. I'm not sure. So guys, we pretty much are at the point now where we're going to pick our lid color. Oh, this is that color that was from the center, that was that reptilian that I mentioned earlier. It looked like it had 3 colors, and that is very reflective. But I just don't think it goes with the look we have today. Let's see, this is like a brown. Oh, this is like a brown purple. Wow, this is brown purpley gold. So this has 3 colors too. It's a nice one. Oh, this one feels nice and soft. This is that bright yellow gold. And then we have our traditional kind of gold. All right, I think we're gonna do just this right here. And we're gonna just do the traditional yellow, gold right there. I think that's what we're gonna go ahead and put on with our finger. Go ahead and press this on the lid. Ooh, oh, that's really pretty. Really nice. So yeah, not sure what I'm gonna do with the whole decor thing. Let me see. I think my husband is texting me. He's out at the Home Depot. So let me make sure I can see. Oh, he says he's on his way. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish putting this on. Really like this color. This is a really, really, really nice gold. Very, very nice. Really like that a lot. Really, really nice. Did get a little right there because my little phalange went a little too far on the bottom. But really love this color. Okay. So then typically I will take another color and put it on the inner third, but we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to take our brush right here. It's kind of like a small flat brush. We're just going to pick up some more of this color and put it right here where my finger can't quite fit at. Oh my gosh, this is such a pretty color. And as you can see, even with the brush, this is picking up beautifully. I think it may actually be picking up more intensely than even my finger did. Now, picking it up with the brush, though, I am noticing fallout. So I'm noticing it all over my shirt. Not necessarily on my face, but definitely on my shirt. It was falling. I really, really like that. I think that since we're here, we're going to take this yellow gold, and we're going to put this right here in the inner corner. Just to kind of brighten it up, but still stay with the theme. These really pretty golds. Yeah, really like that. Very nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tried and true, our Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. You guys know this is the brush I use to blend out all my eyeshadows, just to make sure I have the blend that I want up here at the top, because I do have to take my, well, I don't have to, I choose to take my shimmers a bit higher because of that hooded lid, so I just want to look a little more smooth than when I initially lay it down. And then we're just going to go back in with this Wayne Gloss number 6 brush, and that's what we put this outer corner in. We're just going to make sure this right here in the outer feels blended, that there's not any super harsh lines. But I really like that. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors out of a 9-pan shadow. So that's not bad. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start here. If you guys want to go ahead, and we're going to do the swatches now, and then we're going to get into the end of the eye look. So we're going to do this row first. So we're going to do this orange, that manila color, and the brown. That's what they look like. As you guys know, I'm not a swatch queen. I just do one swipe, and that's it. That's what those look like. Now, you guys already saw these perform. So these, of course, if I swatch them more, probably would give you much more pigmentation. We're going to do the center, including this embossment one. But as you guys know, I just do one swatch. That's it. And that's all she wrote about the situation. But you guys already did see this perform on the eyes, and you can judge for yourself how you thought that looked. So there's its center. This is beautiful. This is pink, gold, purple. Oh, that center embossment one, that is a gorgeous shade right there, guys. So that is beautiful. Then we're going to do this last row right here. And we have that yellow gold, that kind of brownie with a shift. And then we have the matte yellow that we did not use. So our matte yellow, shimmer brown, and that has like pink and brown, and then we have the yellow gold right there at the end. So those are the shades, and like I said, swatches to me are really just giving you a view of the look, kind of like that center shade that is clearly multi-chrome. You wouldn't really be able to see that unless you swatch it. That's what to me swatches are. Swatches to me are not supposed to be indicative of performance, because it's a swatch. It's nothing more than that. But I do want to give you guys a little bit of a bigger swatch of the center color. So I'm going to try to make a little bigger one. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. This looks like it's probably going to be more of a topper, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. That's what that center shade looks like. So that embossment one in here, if you guys can see that reflectiveness, how it's going green, purple, gold, pink. It really just depends on how the light is hitting it. That's why I keep just rotating my hand for you guys to be able to see that. So I think that is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So guys, this is a look that we did. I know we did the swatches kind of in the center, a little something for you, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do my liner, my lashes, come back. We're going to talk about the palette. We're going to talk about the look, and we're going to close up the video. So I'll be back in 2 shakes, and we will have a little chat. Okay guys, so we are back. As you can see, let me go ahead and tell you what I use. So on my waterline and my upper lash line, I just used the Patrick Ta liner, his Precision Gel Liner in Rich Brown. This is my new favorite liner. This is beautiful. It lasts. It's gorgeous. I love this. If Patrick Ta comes out with more colors, I'm in it to win it. I have this in the black one. He also has a bronze one. But these are wonderful. I believe these are $26 each. They are a bit pricey for liners, but they are wonderful. So if you can splurge, I definitely would say that's worth the cost. And at first I didn't think they would be, but they are. The next, I'm using my brand new kind of mascara combo that I've showed you guys before. This is the Kat Von D, or the KVD, like I'm still calling it KVD, or Kat Von D. This is the lash primer in Epic Curl. This is amazing. It's a black lash primer. Kind of looks a bit grayish, doesn't get crunchy, and I literally just put it on, go to the next side, put it on, and then I can start with my mascara. Beautiful, love it. I even put it on my bottom lashes. The mascara I'm using is from Dragon Beauty, not Nikita Dragon. This is Dragon with an O, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is a beautiful mascara. I believe it's a 2B mascara, but it has like a brush wand, which I've seen before, but they're very hard. This one isn't super flexible, but it also isn't super hard. I really like it, and this works perfectly on the bottom lashes because you can pull through them. And you guys know I usually use the Clinique Black Bottom Lash Mascara, but that is the one I've been going to. So this is a look. How do you guys like it? I love it. Get into it. I think this is a very, very pretty look. And this was completely done with the Wild palette. So I really like it. I think this is a very nice look. So let's talk about the palette. I think the palette performed beautifully. Again, I think this reminds me of the Big Poppy. And I believe it's the Sunflower palette from Colourpop. So do you need it? No, although I do think this middle shade is a little bit special. I don't think you need it, but I think that the eye look that came out was beautiful. I think it's simplistic. I think it was quick if we weren't talking, but I think it does give you a punch if you wear this to work or out. It looks effortless, but it also looks beautiful at the same time. So effortless beauty. And I think especially that gold gives you just a little bit of a pop. And as you can see, I didn't wear lashes with it today. I just wore some mascara, and I think that it really still grounds it. So if you wanted to wear lashes, you wanted to wear mascara, you definitely could. You don't have to wear one or the other. It is very versatile, and I really enjoy it. So again, I really am enjoying these Huda Beauty Wild Obsession palettes. I think that they have been consistent, they have been good, and they have been beautiful. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1 but 2. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Head on over to Instagram, follow me there, see what I do on down the YouTubes with you. And guys, go ahead, stick around for my next video. If you see it rolling, if you have to go, that's okay too. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you've tried any of these palettes or any other Huda Beauty products, please let me know in the comment section down below. Well, let's get a little chat going. Tell me what you like about them, dislike about them. Tell me your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. So guys, until next time, I will see you on the flip side. I love you guys. Bye.